Welcome to Ramble On, where we talk about our favorite stuff and then we talk about it some more. On today's show, after an extended period of bribery and blackmail, we finally got the Nerdcore Whitless to take charge and lead the Ramblers into the fray. An experienced wizard of all things geek, our newcomer this week is Brian, who has brought many tales to tell. This week, the Ramblers journey into the lands of the first season of last year's most talked about fantasy HBO series, Game of Thrones. The Ramblers will touch on the inspiring series of novels as well as their personal picks for the best and worst characters and moments. All right, Ramblers, let's get ready to ramble!
Hey guys, I'm Whitless.
I'm Brian.
And we are here today to talk about something I'm very excited to talk about, Game of Thrones!
Season 2 is coming out April 1st.
April 1st.
I am so...
Very...
Wow, I'm excited. It just came out this week, I think. I just saw it in Best Buy. I had to pick it up because look at this. You got Ned Stark on the Iron Throne there. You know, right now, in
downtown Toronto right now.
While we're talking about this show, we're not here.
Yeah.
We're not there, but we're here doing this because we're stupid.
Yeah, but we do have a friend, Andy, who at the Tip Lightbox right now, they have a Game of Thrones display, basically, and the Iron Throne is there.
He is sitting in the Iron Throne.
He's probably sitting there laughing at us all, and we're just holding the DVD.
We got the box.
Which is like a cheap copy of the Iron Throne.
But yes!
We thought it might be cool to talk about the series a bit, and why we like it, and nerd out a bit. Just as a sort of warning, I don't know where the talk is gonna go, but there is a chance it's gonna get a little spoilerish.
It's hard not to, though.
It's really hard not
because
to.
every episode.
Every episode something
gosh.
big happens, or something ridiculous happens, or someone
every
dies.
episode, your favorite character will die.
Yeah, I started off with the series, like the TV series. I watched the first season.
Did you watch it when it first started?
I watched it when it first started.
I didn't know. I actually, some friends told me that I watched like 3 episodes in. I was told friends I had to watch the show. I absolutely had to. And I watched first episode, like, holy crap, I have to watch this show.
It's a fairly slow-paced show, actually.
Everything happens. So much happens.
Yeah.
You feel like it's slow build up to things, but even though it's really slow, things are always happening.
It's one of the first times I've seen like a full-on fantasy series get that kind of a budget treatment on TV.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I mean, I know it's HBO and everything, but even HBO, you don't see a lot of fantasy, like a high fantasy series.
Yeah, I mean the closest we've had for a while now is Merlin, and that's the effects in that are not quite.
They suck. Do you need help opening that?
Yes, it's like.
Now, unfortunately, Dan couldn't join us today because he hasn't seen Game of Thrones and he doesn't know much about it, so he's left it to us. That's right. Tear it off. So
the box is really nice. Look at that. So many box levels.
So many boxes.
Layers of boxes.
You know what? I don't like that about DVDs now.
No.
Just the number of layers you have to go through to get to your actual movie.
We have all that.
Exciting, very exciting.
It's fantastic.
Bonus features include, so if you're thinking of getting the Blu-ray, this is what you'll get. Complete Guide to Westeros, it's interactive. You got an in-episode guide, anatomy of an episode, where they like take apart the Golden Crown, which is one of the best episodes of the series.
That episode. I was excited when I saw the commentaries.
Oh, the commentaries.
Look at the commentaries. They actually have George R.R. Martin.
Oh, that's interesting. That's really cool that they get the author of the book series. Have you read the book series?
I have not yet.
I read the first book, and I'm halfway through the second, and I hope to finish it before the second season starts. But it's really interesting, because this time around, the first time I watched the series with completely new eyes. A couple things were spoiled for me, a couple of big things. But it still was good. This time around, I know everything that's gonna happen, and when I read the first book, it was like sticking exactly to the text.
I heard that. Again, I have not read the book. They put so much of the book into it.
Yeah.
Which surprised me, because a lot of times they cut so much in these things.
I think that what helped was that it was more of a TV series than it was a movie. If they had done it into a movie, they would have had to cut a lot out.
But even as a TV series, they put so much stuff. Things that there's scenes in there that I would have thought they should.
They added scenes.
They added scenes.
They added scenes, like the knight and one of Robert's brothers. Like they have that lovely little bath scene together.
Yes.
That was added.
That was really.
That was added. Only in the books. There's 2 characters. Renly, who's the brother of the king, and the Knight of Flowers, he's called.
Yes.
Dolores.
That was...
He's the Knight of Flowers, and he, and the two of them, it's in the books, it's only ever very, very lightly hinted that they might have something going on.
Oh, okay.
And then in the series, there's an entire scene with them in a bathtub together.
A couple scenes where they really stress that they are together.
Yeah,
there's a couple scenes.
Yeah, there's a couple scenes. So like, it's really interesting to see what they added. Same with Cersei scenes. Actually, Cersei in the first book is barely there.
Really?
Yeah.
She's
only ever really mentioned, or the people tell stories about her. Oh, the other big thing that I found the difference between the book and the series was Daenerys's wedding night.
Was that very different in the book?
Yeah. In the TV series, the character of Daenerys, who is across in another land, she's basically the daughter of a dead king who is been exiled in exile.
His death is actually what sparks everything happening now.
Exactly.
All the different people who are vying for the Iron Throne are all there because he died.
Yeah.
And his kids were exiled. And so there's all these people vying for the throne. Who's going to be the rightful heir to the throne now? Right now, currently when the show starts, it's King Robert.
Yes.
King Robert is on the Iron Throne. He's not a bad guy.
He's not a bad guy. He's just kind of a crappy king.
He's not in shape anymore. He was at one point. It says that he was this great warrior, great leader. Now he's kind of fat. Doesn't care anymore.
He
lost
drinks
control
a
of
lot.
his kids.
Kind of sleeps around.
He lost control of his kids.
Lost control of his kids.
Bad way.
Bad way.
Wow.
And his queen hates his guts and everything. He's kind of still holding a torch for his first wife who died, and he's best friends with what could be considered the main character of the series, Ned Stark.
The Starks are that's what the story kind of follows, the Starks family.
The series starts out with the king basically going to Ned Stark and asking him to be what's called the Hand of the King, which is kind of like the king's right-hand man and advisor, and who will take care of the kingdom if the king happens to be off hunting and stuff.
Or if he's kind of like a general in times of war.
Right, because
which is it's coming.
Yeah.
They can feel there's a lot of tension all around.
Right.
They're thinking war could be inevitable.
So he goes to Ned and asks him to be his hand, and Ned doesn't want to because he's an honorable man. And
he's not really into politics.
He's not into politics. He just wants to stay. He lives up north.
He has his family.
He has his family.
He wants to keep them safe and keep them happy.
And unfortunately, he gets talked into it, and that's where the series starts. What's your if you could pick your top
Golden Crown?
Golden Crown's your favorite.
Don't even think about it.
He was no dragon. Fire cannot kill a dragon.
I love the show, but at that point, everything changed for me. I was like, holy crap.
Yeah. I think that was one of the first deaths of a major character, actually. And that was one of those, you don't know where this is going.
No.
Or you don't know, something's gonna go down in the episode. For those of you who don't know, I won't actually reveal what it is because it's awesome. And,
there is a golden crown.
There is a golden crown. It's such a tense scene at the end, and you're just like on the edge of your seat, and I love that episode. Favorite characters?
Favorite character? I love Tyrion. Tyrion Lannister, he's dwarf.
Who doesn't? I dare you not to
Played by
love Tyrion.
Dinklage, he is fantastic.
The wintry abode of the White Walkers.
Tell me you're not thinking of taking the black.
And go celibate? The whores would go begging from dawn to Casterly Rock. No, I just want to stand on top of the wall and piss off the edge of the world.
He's crude and kind of a jerk at times.
Yeah.
But
I
love him.
Knows how to survive.
Yes.
He's the only character other than Baelish.
He has. That's my second favorite character.
That's your second favorite character.
I love him.
I don't like him
He's
so
a dick.
much.
What you suggest is treason.
Only if we lose.
Everyone else has they're going for the throne or they're going for power. He's just going to screw people over.
Yeah.
And he'll tell you, I am going to screw you over.
He tells them.
Don't trust me because I will betray you. And they trust him. And they betray him. And
he's like, I told you not to.
I told you I was going to do this. I told you I was going to betray you. You're betrayed. Your own damn fault, really.
It's funny, it's a series that it's a fantasy series, but it's not one where the honorable win.
No.
Ever. If you're honorable and stick to your guns and your morals, you're dead.
Well,
You're
so far,
just
Jon
dead.
Snow seems to be doing okay.
Actually, another thing in the books, Jon Snow I didn't like in the series at the first, and he grew on me.
He hasn't really had much time to be liked.
But also, he was very petulant, but also in the books, he's 14 years old.
That
makes more sense for petulant.
Wow.
Same with Daenerys is 13.
I can see why it was changed.
Yeah. I love the character of
She
Daenerys, actually. She's one of my favorites.
She's up there too.
I thought I wasn't gonna like her, and then she kind of came into her own, and you're like, wow, you were actually a kick-ass girl. Quickly. Least favorite character.
Sansa.
Sansa.
Don't even think with that.
My prince, my poor prince, look what they did to you.
I hate that bitch.
In one sense, she's written very well because she is written as a typical teenage girl.
Yes, and the other sense, she's a typical teenage girl.
She's worse in the books. When you see her thought process, you're just like, shut up. I want to punch you in the face. Most of her thoughts are, I love Joffrey. I love him. I hope he comes tonight.
Seriously, that little brat.
Can't stand the wailing of women.
One word, and I hit you again.
I'm telling Mother.
Why does she like him?
Well, just wait for the second season because I'm reading the book and her eyes are opened. But in the first season, God, every time she spoke, you're just like, shut up.
Yeah.
Who cares about your stupid dancing teacher? I can't go. I'm supposed to marry Prince Joffrey. I love him, and I'm meant to be his queen and have his babies.
7 hells.
I want to reach in there to slap her.
Actually, my favorite character, take it back. My favorite character is actually Arya. One of my favorites.
She, towards the beginning, I didn't like her much.
Yeah.
Once you start learning
sword fighting, yeah.
And with I'm really sorry to fans of the show who know this.
Syrio? Yeah.
That's right. I loved him too.
Yeah.
And I don't think he's dead.
He's dead. He's dead.
It has never been revealed.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what they do with the second season, what they choose to include. Because now reading the book, stakes just rise even more, and
just the way that ends.
Joffrey's just it is one of those things you get pissed off at because you know when like someone's being a real dick and you're just waiting for that scene to come where they get their comeuppance. It hasn't happened, I don't think it's going to, and it makes me very sad. Anyway, so Game of Thrones. I could easily talk for another 4 hours about the whole thing.
And there's so many characters. The Hound, who's such a minor character, but such a great character.
Book? Oh my God, you should see him in the book. That's one thing they changed, and he was like, he says a lot more. When Baelish is telling the story of the Hound to Sansa, it isn't him that tells it. It's the Hound.
He speaks.
He speaks.
Wow, that's
He goes to Sansa and he says it in a really intense, like, scary way. He tells her a story. At any rate, I'm really looking forward to the second season.
April 1st.
April 1st. Watch it. Go out and buy the series.
On HBO.
If you haven't,
it's on HBO Canada too.
Yeah.
It is on HBO Canada.
If you haven't seen this series yet, seriously, check it out. You're not gonna get a chance to see a fantasy series. I don't think people, lovers of fantasy necessarily, are the only audience for this either.
No, because it's political drama, it's high tension, it's not just swords and magic, very little magic.
Very little magic, actually. It's very much plays out as more as a medieval kind of...
Medieval political drama.
Yeah. Alright, thanks guys. See you later. Bye.
Hey, are you ready to ramble and would like to be part of the show? If so, just send us an email at letsgetrambling@gmail.com. We'd love to have you. Also, be sure to check us out on YouTube at youtube.com/letsgetrambling and subscribe for more episodes.